Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Stuff of Things, where I tell stories of myself working through this book, Unity Android Game Development by Example, a beginner's guide type of a deal on how to develop and make Android games. I'm working through this book written by a teacher of mine, and his name is Thomas Finnegan. So that's cool. So in this episode, we are going to talk about downloading all the programs and getting your phone to sync up with your computer. This book was written for Windows computers. I am using a Mac computer, as you can see, so there are a few differences that you have to go through, and we will so I will talk you through downloading things as well as putting or getting your phone to sync up with a Mac. If you don't have Mac and you are using Windows, you can just follow along through with the book. If you don't have the book and you want to get into developing Android games, I would highly recommend it. It is very good. It's very easy to understand. So yeah. Alright, so first things first, you need 3 essential programs in order to actually create Android games. The first one is Java SE Development Kit, also known as JDK. Android SDK is the next one. And then the program that's made for actually building the game, Unity 3D. So we're going to talk through getting those right now. So first off, you're going to need the Java SE development. You're going to need the JDK. So this is the website. You go ahead and just click on this right here. And you go down here, click accept. And then you go down. And you find your computer that you're using. For me, it's this one right here, the Mac OS X 64-bit. So you click on that DMG, and then it'll start downloading. It'll show up in your downloads right here. It takes a couple minutes or so to download. And once that gets done, then you click on it and you install it like anything else that you would install. Alright, so this is the Android SDK download page that the link brings you to. What you want to go is you want to go down to here where it says get the SDK for an existing IDE. And so you want to go that and download the standalone Android SDK tools for Mac. It automatically detects what computer you're on, so you don't actually choose anything. Say that you have read it, and then you're going to want to save the file. And when you're saving them, you want to save them in, you don't want to keep them in downloads, you want to make a specific folder for them. So for me, where I have it under Documents, then I go under Android SDK. This will help you further down the line to actually know where the file is. Later on in this video, I'll show you the steps, so you'll have to call to the folder in order to use it and have it connect to your phone and all that stuff, so you can actually use it on your phone. So in order to install the SDK Manager completely, you go under Tools right here, and you go up into Android, and you double click on that, and it'll give you this. Are you sure you want to open this from the internet? You say Open, and then that opens this, and then this opens up over here. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have the latest API version selected, which it should automatically do for you. What you want to do is want to make sure the Android SDK Platform Tools is selected, and so that is right here. And then you hit install packages, and it will install all the packages. So you accept license, and then you hit install, and it'll begin to install emergency right here. And this all pops up saying what's going on, and letting you know that it is going. So this could take a few minutes. So make yourself a peanut butter sandwich, or go play tennis, or go pick up your dog, or do something to buy your time. Maybe you can paint something, recreate some Pablo Picasso, and then sell it online as an original piece. Nobody's gonna know. Alright, now that you have your SDK installed and ready to go, what you want to do now is you want to download Unity 3D. So simply go to Unity 3D/Unity/downloads. Again, the link will be in the description bar. So you go there and you download the latest version of it right here. It automatically will read your computer like the last program. So just click here to download it. And it'll bring you to the screen here. And if you look in your tools, it's already being downloaded. It'll be a long download, so you can do something else with your time. You can surf the internet, watch some cat videos. You can climb a tree, you can cut down a tree, if it's a legal place for you to do it. You could go get some exercise. That's always a good thing. Take up a hobby, like photography maybe, or you can start doing some filming of something, or write a script, a little short film. You definitely do that. You should definitely do that. That's where the big bucks are. So once you have it downloaded, you want to open up the DMG. So you want to double click on this little icon right here that says Unity, and it'll get the ball rolling. So you just go through this like you would anything else, continuing, accepting the fact that you agree with the licensing, but you probably shouldn't. One thing to note about the license, the thing about Unity is they do have this free version of it, but they ask if you make over $100,000 in a year, you make 6 figures, they want you to purchase it. So it is in their licensing that if you do make that much, that they could actually sue you for that, for the legal reason. So if you make that much money, you should just buy it. It's about $3,000, and there is a part in the book where without the full version, you won't be able to follow along in the book. But once you actually come to that part, you can just download the 30-day free trial, and you'll be good to go. You'll have 30 days to actually play with the full program, and you'll actually be able to follow along with the rest of the book. So you don't actually have to buy it. But if you do make over 6 figures, you probably should, just because you can get in big trouble for that. So once you're here, you're going to want the installation, and it's going to install, and you're going to have to type in that stuff, proving that you are the administrating user. Again, this is a big program, so it is going to take a while for it to all download. So in the meantime, you could learn how to cook some like gourmet lamb chops. You could learn how to sew. You could sew some curtains or sew yourself a nice little button-up shirt. What else could you do? You can learn how to play piano, so you can woo all the ladies, or the men, or nice. I don't know what you're into. You're probably into a lot of things. Do something to buy time. So you're just not sitting here in front of your computer waiting for it to happen. Alright. So it has downloaded, and you can see here that it has downloaded everything in there. It automatically downloads this program called MonoDevelop. It is a text edit program. I personally do not use it. The book recommends that you don't use it, that you use your own personal one, that whatever text edit program you actually like. You want to open up Unity, and it'll ask you if you want to purchase it, the full program, but you just want to start the free version. So you want to activate that free trial. And what you're going to have to do, you actually have to create an account so it can keep track of everything. So you're going to want to create an account with Unity. It takes like 2 minutes. It's really not time consuming or difficult to do. And like I said, it comes with MonoDevelop. For me, I use what's called Komodo 8 text edit, right down here, or edit 8. It's free, it's open source, which is really nice. It uses every single coding that you can think of, whether it's you're building a website or building apps or building games, whatever you need. The book recommends to use Notepad++, and that is a really good program. I actually do like it a lot, but it is only for Windows computers, so I am not actually able to use it, and if you have a Mac, you also can't use it. So now here comes the difficult part. When it comes to developing Android games using a Mac, you do have to go through some extra steps to actually get your computer or the SDK to actually read your phone. And so for me, I have this LG G2. There are a few different things they actually have to have on your phone. The first one is you actually have to have USB debugging. So you go into settings. For me, this is how you do it on a G2. You go in, scroll down to developer options. You click on that, and you'll see it says USB debugging. You want to check that. Once you get that, go back. You can go up to security, and there's a little checkbox next to it that says unknown source. You want to have that clicked. That way, you'll be able to, Unity will actually be able to throw something onto your phone if you need it. Next, you want to plug your phone in. And once you have that plugged in, you are going to open up the thing that says the USB connection, and you actually want to select PTP, which has to do with sending images back and forth. You want to have that one selected, that way it'll actually read it. So once you have that all figured out, you're going to want to create what's called an environment variable with your phone. So what you're going to want to do is you are going to open up your prompt. You have to search for it on your Mac unless it's already in your dock. Alright, so now that you have Unity installed and that's all ready to go, you're going to want to open up your prompt because we have to connect the phone. You have all those settings correct. You're going to open this up, and what you're going to want to do is you want to create what's called an environment variable, which is very important for this. It'll make it a lot easier to actually connect to your phone in the future as well. So what you want to do is you want to type in cd space squiggly, hit enter, and then you type in touch space period profile, enter. This creates a hidden file named profile, and then you want to open that, so you type in open negative e space dot profile, and what that does, it opens up that hidden file named profile. And what you want to do is you want to type in the file path of where you actually have the SDK file profiles. For me, this is what I have it on. Before you actually type in the file path, you want to make sure you have this right here. Export space path, all capitalized, equals $, and then in the squiggly parentheses, I don't know the technical name for this, you type in path again in all letters, and then you type that in. Make sure when you're actually doing this, you pay attention to the casing of the letters, uppercase and lowercasing. It has to be exactly, no spaces, no misspellings in order for it to work. So once you get that done, you're going to hit save, and then you close out of that, and then you can close out of text edit, and you completely quit terminal, and then you reopen the terminal, and all you have to do is type in ADB devices, hit enter, and it's supposed to work. And it does. As you can see right there, this gives you a little code of the device that is connected. So now that you have it all connected, you're ready to start building a game. So next week's episode, what we're going to do, we're just going to talk about creating a Hello World application, which is a simple program to actually prove that it's working on your phone, how to put that application on your phone so you can see it on your phone and working. And then we'll start talking about the first game that we're going to develop, which is just a simple tic-tac-toe game. So thank you for watching Stuff of Things, and as always, I'm sorry for wasting your time. Goodbye.